What's up, Lowlives? It's your boy, Four Eyes. With me, as always, my trusty co-host, Danny Panhead.
How y'all darn? Welcome to your Friday.
I always forget you're a glasses guy, too.
Yeah, I resemble that remark.
Yeah. Well, I have them on today because I got a fuck ton of metal shards in my eyeballs, and I couldn't get them out.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That shit is the
Yeah. I was doing
worst.
some heavy grinding today.
Ugh. Dude, it
But,
doesn't fucking matter. You can wear all of the shit you want, and somehow something's still gonna bounce
oh, yeah.
around and get in there.
Yeah, because even the safety glasses I have, I'm sure it helps, you know?
Yeah.
But dude, I don't wear safety glasses most like 90% of the time unless I'm like thinking of it like when I grind the frame and I'm going to be grinding shit for like an hour or two. I'll
Right.
put on some safety glasses and some gloves. But when you're working on shit, I'm using a grinder, I'm using a cutoff wheel, I'm using
Mm.
a, drill, and I'm using a welder. I'm going back and forth between all these tools. And I don't have I put these safety glasses down in my garage and they disappear into
Yep.
the piles of fucking other shit I have going on. So
Oh yeah.
I just can't keep track of it. And then I wouldn't get anything done if I was going to be safe about it. So,
Yeah. These are my safety glasses.
and that's
That's
good enough, you
yeah.
know?
Absolutely. I got the big, ugly, old man, oversized ones because I'm like, they're safety glasses for riding, for fucking. If I
Yeah, there
forget
you
to
go.
put their prescription, I wear them when I'm painting. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's better than nothing, and their prescription.
Yeah.
But yeah, I only get shit in my eye when I'm thinking about that while I'm doing the grinding. I've noticed if I like, we've had this
Manifest it.
conversation. You think it or speak it into existence. Be like, I'm sitting there doing it, realize I'm wearing my safety squints, and go. And as soon as I start to like process the thought that like I might get something in my eye, dink, fucking, yep, there
I
it
swear to
is.
God, that happened to me today, dude. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I was just like grinding and I was like, oh, the sparks are going in the right direction. You know what I mean? That's a big deal because sometimes you start grinding and you don't realize it and the sparks are just shooting right at your face.
Yeah,
And then you're like, I got to change my angle so that doesn't
right.
happen. But it was going like down, like toward me,
Mm-hmm.
but down. But it must have like bounced off the welding table and like went up into my eyeball.
Ugh.
So, but I'm absolutely fine. I mean, it was just a little uncomfortable having like, orange hot sliver of metal from probably the 60s. I was grinding down a pipe
Mm.
uh, in my eye. So I had to take I leave my contacts in for like months and months and months at a time without ever taking them out. Like, I don't even know when I put these last ones. I used to like keep track and try to be like, all right, I think I put them in like 3 months ago. I should probably give my eyes a rest. But now I just
Jesus.
don't do it. Like, I think I wore a pair of contacts for an entire year once,
God damn, dude.
Yeah. But I fucking hate glasses. I hate them.
Yeah.
It makes me sick. It, like, distorts my vision, so I have to wear the contacts, but it does feel good to let these babies breathe every once in a while. But,
Mm.
yeah, today I think I figured out my fucking squish pipe situation.
I was just gonna ask.
Um,
Good.
bro, it's been really annoying, like, taking engine mount, bolts in and out because you to get the squish pipe in there, you have to lift it up and tilt it and all that shit, and then you're putting it
Mm.
back, and then you got to get all the pipes organized. Blah, blah, blah. So I think the problem is I think it's for a cone shovel, and I think my oil pump goes too low. I don't know if that's true or
Mm.
not, but the squish pipe when I get it in there, the one that I ordered with the pipes that I got, it's just squish pipe it said for like shovel head or whatever. It didn't say what year. But I'm
Okay.
assuming they probably wanted to cover most of the years of the cone shovel, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So, it squishes and it has, like, a little indent on the bottom for the cross, thingamajig, you know what I'm talking about? The flat piece, and there's, like, a little
Right.
indent. Sits perfect right there, you know what I mean? Um, but I can't twist it up. Like, it's right there, but I can't twist it up because that piece is like, it's not hitting the clamp, it's hitting the actual pipe, like, so, I don't know, I just can't orientate it the way it needs to go. So,
Hmm.
what I did was I took the squish pipe that I had, that came with a bike, and that one is not as fancy as these other ones that I bought. And all the ones that I bought have, like, the clip on them, and they have this is just a squished pipe. It's
Mhm.
just like there's no clip, there's nothing, and it's a lot smaller. So the problem was I didn't want my exhaust pipe touching my oil pump. I didn't want it, like, touching stuff that like, it should squeeze in between with space in between. I don't care if it touches the
Right.
frame necessarily, but anyways, I took this squish pipe, and what I did was one of the, uh I got it from BMI Carts just 'cause I cut off part of it, and they're also different lengths too. So the squish pipes that I ordered are both the same, and they're the same length, and they're a lot shorter. So this one is a lot longer, and it's thinner, so but the end didn't have, like, a a coupler area where you could, like, slide a pipe on, you know? So what
Mhm.
I did is I just cut the squish pipe. I did this last week. I did it, but I fucked it all up because I don't know if I was rushing or whatever, I, like, put it on backwards. I fucking welded it. It was really shitty welding too, by the way,
Mhm.
because from BMI Carts, I don't know what that metal was made out of. It could have been fucking magnesium or something or Chinesium, but the welding was terrible on it. So anyways, what I did was I cut it off again, the thing that I did last week, and then I took the new chrome pipe that I just got, took my time, cut it real nice, and I put it in my vise. I put the squish pipe in my vise, and I grinded it down, did a little cope, took the ball peen and, like, mashed it around so it could fit in there, and then I
Yep.
did a real nice weld around it, nice and clean, and I made sure that I got it oriented on the bike when I did it. So I didn't just
There
cut,
you go.
weld, put it on the bike, fuck, it doesn't fit. I had it on the bike. I was able to get those 2 pieces together, clock it just how I wanted it, and put the rest of the exhaust system on. And I was like, "There we go. Now it works.
Yeah.
It's gonna work. This one's gonna work." So, I just welded it up before the show, did it all the finish welding on it, and did a pretty good job with that. Um, so now I can do the fucking exhaust mounts, which is gonna be great.
Sick.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah, dude. That's good. I
yeah.
know that was a fucking big pain in your ass.
Big pain in the ass. I also finished
Fine.
up all the Bondo on the tank and,
Mm.
fixed all that bullshit because last week I was struggling with that. I struggled with that for a long time, and I got it about as good as I'm gonna get it. Uh, I
It
got it to a
looks
point
great,
where
dude.
I got the high build on it, and I could still see the little lines just a little bit, but when I
Mhm.
sanded it, it disappeared, and then I put in
Bada
another
bing,
coat
baby.
on it, and I was like, "Yes. Yes, now I
Yep.
can't see all that bullshit." So
Exactly.
I did, all around the gas cap, that little ridge, that was a pain in the ass, and then,
Mm.
yeah, I got the horns on there, I got one on the fender, and then I even did, the fucking oil tank, which was bunch of dents in there. So there's quite a bit of
Yeah.
Bondo in that motherfucker too.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's all fucking primed and ready to go. I should be able to get those exhaust mounts done, I don't know, sometime this week. I wanna put a lot on there because they're really long.
Right.
Um And then, dude, then it's on to paint, I think. Get it
Yeah,
paint oh, I
buddy.
have to do the frame. I have to do more fucking Bondo on the frame, but
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
that's
go crazy on that because I'm, like, all Bondoed out.
I
There's a
hear
lot
you,
of
man.
sanding involved with Bondo.
Yeah. I just did my tank and fender the last 4 days or whatever. I spent shit, I don't know, probably a good 25, 30 hours minimum just sanding and bondoing the tank and the fender only.
That's
But
fucking insane, dude.
yeah, just
I
sitting
spent
down
maybe, like,
and
5 hours and I'm pissed.
oh man, I did like you're supposed to apply bondo in like thin layers. You're not supposed to like it's not supposed to be like mortar. So doing it like that to make sure, to keep pinholes down and whatever, I did small thin coats and I probably did like 10, 12 coats, man. Like on the molding itself. And I kept changing my mind too. Like on the tank itself, I have that kind of horseshoe mold that goes around that rod stock that I did. at first I had blended out a bunch of the Bondo on the outside of that. I wanted it to kind of look like a scoop. You know what I mean? So it was basically the inside of the horseshoe would look like it was sunk. And when I did it, it kind of looked weird. It almost made it look, it almost gave the tank like a Homer Simpson kind of look. Like it almost, I don't know. It was strange. It wasn't what I was going for.
Yeah.
So I literally I took a hard block and I wrapped my sandpaper around it like 60 grit. And I just flattened it basically and made it just like there's a sharp fence. And then I filled the Bondo on the inside and then contoured it and whatever. And I'm really,
Yeah,
really
yours
happy
looks
with
really good. And
I'm
that
really happy with
Bondo,
it.
the color looks like really nice and like
Mm.
looks super smooth too.
So the key, what I'm doing is I weigh my Bondo. I don't do the eye test when I do the hardener and stuff. I weigh it. It's 2%. You're supposed to add 2% to the amount of filler, 2% hardener
How
to
do
your
you
filler
weigh it?
with just a regular ass little scale. Throw it on grams, and then you just put as much filler or whatever as you want, as you think you're gonna need. You know what I mean? On your mixing board or piece of cardboard, whatever you're using. Obviously, tear out the weight of your cardboard, and then you apply your fucking mud on there, and then you're like, okay, whatever that number is, I have 232 grams of mud on here. I need 2% of that. So you go in your calculator because I'm fucking retard. 232 times 0.02. That'll give you a number. You add that to 232, and that's the number you need to see on your scale. And then you add your hardener in till you see that number. You mix it and fucking go. And you know you're at 2%. You get the full, working life of your Bondo. How many times have you mixed up Bondo and you're like, okay, cool, I want to get this area or whatever. And you get one smear on there and then you go and get another one and it's already starting to kick. It's already starting to get like fucking grainy and whatever else. And then you try and smear it and it's all fucked up. It sucks. So when you
Yeah.
do it by weight, you actually get like the full working time of that material. You know what I
No,
mean?
it
You can
sounds
actually
really
get,
responsible. Well, I've never even considered that. Like,
yeah.
that's a good way of doing it because I'm just like, I eyeball it and I'm like, I just want a little bit, you know? Because you don't
Yep.
want it to harden too fast while you're working with it. But if you don't put enough in, then fucking takes forever.
Stays coming
Put
forever.
it on a
Yep.
scale. Okay.
The way you know you're doing it right is when you're at the end of all your body work and you've done multiple layers of Bondo on top of each other. If you look at a lot of home gamers, usually you see the Bondo is a bunch of different colors. It's a bunch of different shades. It's not all the same color gray or blue or pink or whatever, the hardener makes it. So if you're seeing a bunch of different shades of pink, you haven't mixed your shit right. You know what I mean? It should all be the same color. Because if you mix it at 2%, regardless of how much you have on your little mixing board, it's going to be the same color. So, yeah,
That's a
that
good tip.
was a lot doing that. It was a lot of work. It's not done. I still have some more, obviously, but molded out all the the tabs and the bungs and shit on the fender, and I did the fin on the fender. That was fun. Playing with that was kind of fun because it was just one line. So like getting that smoothed out wasn't necessarily all that hard, but like figuring out when you're doing stuff like that, something I hadn't really considered is when you're molding that stuff, like you have to know how far to feather your Bondo, like to make a certain, like you could round it out and flatten it out and then you have like a straight up hump, or you can scoop it. You know what I mean? You can go in
Mhm.
and you can contour your Bondo so it's like a nice contoured bevel. You know what I mean? So playing with that, like playing with the shapes and stuff, because you are kind of sculpting when you think about it. So playing with that and different angles and whatever was kind of fun. And this, like I said, the Bondo that I'm using is fucking great. So it's easy to sand. If I got to add more, I'm like, it's not that big a deal. So, but now I'm same deal. Those are in, I did 3 coats. I got this really, really nice high build epoxy. It's called Slick Sand. It actually uses the clear hardener, like the shit you use in like gel coat and stuff. It hardens like a motherfucker. And it's super fast. It's sandable in like an hour. But it's super, super high build. It's like 4 mils per fucking coat. And I did 3 coats of it. So I got a shitload of polyester primer on there right now. So I can sand all that shit flat. And I know as long as I don't break through to bare metal or whatever, I'm done with the body work on the tins. Now I just have to do the frame, which is going to suck.
Yeah.
But we're getting there. End of this week. I'm hoping that paint job's done and drying by the end of this week. That's the goal.
The whole thing, yeah.
Yep. The whole thing.
That's good. That's a good goal. I'm hoping to
Yep.
just, have everything in primer, including the frame. I'd like to
Yeah.
finish the bodywork on the frame and get that primed,
Yep.
so then I can get that painted, and I think I'm gonna beef up and do some work on the, transmission, do the big fix.
Hmm.
That's a pretty cheap and easy thing to do. Uh, I gotta do some powder coating on some of that stuff too. I got a lot of powder coating left to do, actually.
Mm.
So, um, yeah, but then start going together. I'm currently really overwhelmed with everything. I really love working on this bike though, man. I'm really like, yeah, it's frustrating and stuff, but like I'm loving this bike and I'm loving everything I'm doing on it and I'm really enjoying myself. And, you know, I have some stuff going on in my personal life. And I got some, obviously a second build going. So if I make it to idle hands, it'll be a miracle, but I'm trying like hell, but I'm just having fun with it. So if it doesn't make it, at least your bike will be there and that'll be cool.
I mean, hopefully, there's no guarantees right now,
Yeah.
but yeah, who knows?
um, all right. So we are gonna have Nick, Evo Trash Rat, on in a little bit. Um, just want to shift gears here for our show sponsors and shout outs. Shows, obviously, you want to go to the hill climb. We got the Deadbeat Invitational. OBS, you're gonna want to go to the motherfucking custom social slash chop ahead 25th anniversary party. That's on Thursday of Bike Week. What is it, the 17th or the 18th?
17th and 18th are those two things. Yeah.
17th and 18th.
Mhm.
And then, I don't know, a little birdie told me there might be another chopper show one of the homies is involved in, and possibly your boys over here on Friday.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't even tell you. I just,
no, you didn't.
I think someone, a little birdie told me this morning.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So there is going to be another show on Friday, chopper show, that one of the homies is involved in. So, and it's a big show. It's not
Cool.
it's like from a well-established entity. They reached out
Okay.
to the homie because they know who's cool. You know what I mean? They know who's
Cool.
cool in New
Fuck
Hampshire.
yeah.
They're like, "Yo, I'm going to New Hampshire. Who knows chopper guys around here?"
Sick.
So
Excited to hear about it.
I don't want to say too much about it because it's just like right now it's just an idea, but that's gonna happen. That's definitely gonna
Cool.
happen. Well, I said, "Yo, let us know what we need to do to help out because I'm down for that." Hostile takeover, dude. Choppers are taking over Laconia.
Hmm.
All those stereo system guys, all the fucking dyno guys. Wait till 2028, dude. They're gonna be scared to come because they're a fucking bunch of tools, dude. Baggers are out, choppers are back in. We fucking rule. You suck, dick, dude. All right.
Choppers rule. Okay.
Um,
Hmm.
all right. So speaking about sucking dick, no, I'm just kidding. So, speaking of the Idle
Whoa.
Hand show, the Idle Hand show, we just released a post. We got the whole shedge down. People seem to like that. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
cool information."
Yeah, I know. Here you go, baby
uh,
birds.
yeah. So we got the motherfucking Courier Museum of Art. We're gonna be doing a welcome party there on Thursday. Make it up for that if you're in the area. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be laid back and it's gonna be chill. Number 2, we got the fucking Builder Bash at 815. This is invite only. It has to be this way. It's a very small venue. But Ryan over there, he's a great guy. It's a great bar. We're gonna also be debuting our Idle Hands beer that night at the Builders
Yep.
Bash. So A-siders and your plus ones, if you got a wife or a girlfriend or a I don't know, a platonic friend, you can bring them. But we're gonna be doing invite only. uh, just to keep at capacity.
Mhm.
Um, but we'll be down on Elm Street, so, if you wanna see Dan smoking butts outside,
That's where I'm
get
gonna be.
down. It's pretty close to the Shaskeen. Shaskeen is, like, my other go-to Elm Street bar. They have
Yeah.
awesome music, and they have, like, good service, good beers, all that
Yep.
shit.
Very, very
Um,
cool, like, very traditional kinda Boston Irish bar. So, very cool spot.
yeah, it's like an Irish bar, but they, like sometimes Capadonna plays there,
Yeah,
you know?
there's punk and hardcore shows, there's acoustic shows, there's rap shows, there's all sorts of stuff
There's
out back,
comedy
but, like,
shows and shit. They do
yeah,
everything.
they do comedy shows and shit back there, you know what I mean? They do all sorts of stuff. There's 2 main areas, and it's a cool spot. If you're
Yeah.
in town, go check it out.
That just reminded me, I didn't tell, I just wanted to real quick, the fucking I didn't tell the story of how I met my 2 rap idols.
Oh, yeah, fuck.
Yeah, dude. So you guys know I went out to the fucking Colonial Theater in Keene, New Hampshire with my old woo heads, my fucking crew. There's 4 of us, and we go to all woo shows, We're all old men, but we get the fuck down when woo's in town, right? So, we hear Ghostface Killer's coming. We're all in a signal chat. We send out the bat signal when that shit goes down. We pick a show. We're like, we're going to this show. We're actually supposed to go to the Hampton one, but long story. Anyways, we went to the Keene one. It was fucking awesome, dude. Uh, we went. Obviously, we pregame hardcore, right? We're all a bunch of drunks. We're drinking motherfucker. We were posted up at margaritas, dude, making the most annoying orders, annoying everybody around us. And then we went over to the venue, like right before the show started, and they had this merch place. They were selling merch, like they had signed CDs, signed this and that, and whatever. So we bought some shit. They had crop top, like the the what are they, scrimmage jerseys, the
Mhm.
ones with all the holes in them and stuff.
Yep.
The crop top ones for men.
Dope.
And I was this close to getting it and rocking it, but I don't think my diet plan, I'm there yet, but that would have been very comfortable at a Little Hand show. But
Yep.
anyways, so we go to drop our shit off in my boy's car, which again, have you ever heard of a Lucid?
The car? Yeah.
Yeah, it's an EV car, dude. So my
Mhm.
boy's a baller, dude. He's like a millionaire. He's rich. He has this brand new Lucid, dude. And I haven't spent a lot of time in fucking electric cars. It goes from 0 to 100 in fucking half a second, dude. We're on the main drag in Keene, dude, and he's just boom, and I'm sucked up against my seat. I felt like I was in a fucking spaceship taking off, dude.
Oh, shit.
I'm getting an electric car. I'm getting one.
Yeah,
But
they're
yeah,
impressive.
that thing's
I don't want
pimping.
them to I don't want them to replace internal combustion engines by any means, but I would like to also have an electric bike and an electric car for fun.
For speeding like that, dude,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it, dude.
Mhm.
It was insane. So, we go and drop our gear off in the fucking where we parked, and we're coming back to the venue. There's a little alleyway. We see a fucking van parked there with a bunch of shady looking dudes hanging out around it. And we're like, dude, that's fucking them. We know we've been doing enough shows to know that they're not in a fucking green room out back. They're fucking smoking blunts in this van. So we roll up to the van and they have like security and shit, obviously, all around. And it's fucking Capadonna and Ghostface Killa chilling in this van. So their
Damn.
boys are like, get the fuck out of here. And my boy had Iron Man and Supreme Clientele CDs because he brings them to all these shows, and he always gets the signature. Like he brings CD to the Jizza show, he gets the signature. He brings
Sick.
CD to Slick Rick show, he gets the signature. He always finds these guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's like, I want to get these signed, and they're like $250.
Mm.
So we whipped out our wallets and we're like, here you go. So we started talking to them and shit, and they're like, come on in. Take some pictures, fucking hang out, dude. And I was like, dude, I was in the van, dapped up, Capadonna, fucking Ghostface Killer. Dude, and if anybody knows me, they know that I'm I'm Ghostface first. He's like my boy, but I think that Capadonna has the best verses of all time in rap. And I've said this, and I've made people listen to Winter Wars, and I've sung it like drunk in front of your face. Dan's nodding because he's heard it.
Yep.
Um, I actually mentioned to him, I go, "Dude, Winter Wars, your verse on Winter Wars is the best verse I've ever heard in rap, period." So guess what? We chill with them for a little bit, but then we go into the venue and, dude, we got, like, some, decent seats, but I was, like, sauced up, so I'm finna be in a pit, dude. So I go down, dude, I'm right on the stage, bro. Arms on the stage. They're coming by, they're dapping me up on that shit. The fucking, I forget what I was gonna say about this story. Oh, dude, I don't know how it happened, but I went down there and I turn around and, like, my boys are like, "Yo, Ryan, what is up? What's up?" I have a security guard with his back to me standing like this. A line of security guards. I'm in front. I'm on the stage, like my elbows on the stage. And I must have got in at the right time, like snuck by him or whatever. And yeah, just a line of security guards that won't let anybody else up. So I had a front row seat
Huh.
right up front. Yeah. And then they were calling people up to do fucking verses on this Wu-Tang song. Oh, what I was gonna say is Capadonna did his Winter Wars verse. He just
Fuck
did
yeah.
his, which is like 4 minutes long, but he did it, and I think he did it because I told him
Yeah,
that that's the best verse ever. Because
of course.
he was the only one singing, and he only did his verse, they didn't do the whole song.
That's
Um,
sick.
then I got up on stage, dude. They're pulling people up on stage. I was like, "I'm not gonna wait for them to call on me, dude," and I fucking hopped up, and I'm like, "I'm doing Method Man's part." We're all singing and shit. There was this little kid there too. Uh, bro, he fucking killed it, dude. He was like, dude, maybe 9, maybe 8 or something like
Wow.
that. And yeah, they called him up and he did it like well, I got video of him doing it and shit. But anyways, it was just like it's so much fun when you go to a concert with the right people and you just like go all out, dude. It's so much fun. I'm still pumped on it, dude, you know?
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
I
sent me
forgot.
that
I didn't even
photo.
talk about it last week, and then I was like,
Yeah.
Shit, dude, that was, like, such a highlight of my life, dude."
I know. I keep wanting to ask you about it, but I was like, we got to have that story on the podcast. When you sent me that photo of you chilling in the van, I was like, Rhino is exactly where the fuck he wants to be right now.
Oh, dude. My 2 favorite rappers of all time, and by the way, they were mad cool, dude. They were, like,
That's so
super
sick.
nice. Yeah.
That's so awesome. They say never
I
meet
wa
your heroes, but every once in a while you get to and they're fucking rad as shit. And you're like,
Yeah,
see?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they
That's
made us
awesome,
pay,
dude.
but I think that's just, like, dude, if you've been in the game for fucking 30 years, you know, like, you know how to make you gotta make your nut. You're playing the community like a community theater in Keene. You're not getting
Right.
paid that much money, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But,
Yeah.
that's fine. That's cool. Like, it makes your autograph worth more, by the way, if
Yeah.
you have to pay for it, you know?
For sure.
Um, but yeah, they were wicked cool. And at one point, after he was doing Winter Wars, he hopped off the stage, he's going through the crowd, and I'm up front, and there's no stairs, so I get down on my fucking, like, all fours, dude, and he steps back up onto the stage, dude. I was like, "I
That's
got
sick.
you, buddy."
That's fucking awesome.
I wish I was wearing this white shirt and it got, like, fucking Capadonna's
Oh,
footprint on it, and I would've just, like, sealed
framed it.
that in.
Yeah.
But,
Damn.
yeah, alright, so real quick before we get Nicky Boy on here, let's go through the motherfucking sponsors of the Idle Hands Show, okay?
Yeah.
First up, I'm just gonna rattle them off, guys. We got Dirty Dan's Chop Shop. Follow him on Instagram at Dan Sheehan3. We got Aztec Leather Company, that's Joseph Greenleaf. Check him out. Burnt Up Customs, our boy Matt, the official trophy maker of the Lowlife podcast. Traditional Chopper Mag, Ron. Uh, check out the fucking what's it? The Motor City Get Down. Check out
Yep.
the Motor City Get Down. That's coming up in August, end of
Third
August.
third week in August. Yep.
Yeah, and there's a lot of cool people going to that.
Detroit.
So if you're in the area or if you're looking to travel to a show that year, pick that one. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, MC Shop Tees, Danger Dan. Go sign up for MC Shop Tees. I just got another notification today that another shirt's on the way, and I'm like,
Yep.
what the fuck? I just got one. I only
Mhm.
wore it once. These
It's
things
so
come
quick.
too fast, dude. Uh, put in code LOWLIFE at checkout and get yourself a fucking killer deal. I mean, dude, you order a shirt, it's gonna be $30. $7.99 for shipping. Dude, this
Oh
is
yeah.
a shirt. It's gonna be $16 delivered to your door, and it's gonna be a total surprise. But you know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be a motorcycle shop and an independent artist,
Mm-hmm.
and you're supporting those 2. Then you're supporting Dan, who's an independent artist, and you're supporting the Lowlife Chopper podcast. We're independent artists.
Yep.
So it's like win, 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 win. Money Shot Fabrications. That's Gregory Gibb over on Instagram at Money Shot Fabrications. Our boy Chopperhead. Oh man, I said that one wrong. I said that one like a white
Oh, you
boy.
said it like a You said that like a dork.
Sorry, truth. Chopperhead. Oh, go check out fucking the fucking Big Truth podcast, dude. The AI
Dude.
one. I was like,
Yeah,
dude, that's such a cool idea. I kind of want to steal that. I'm gonna ask him if we can do one of those.
that's fucking scary, man. I haven't listened to it all yet, but someone texted me
Yeah.
the other day and was like, "Dude, he just did a whole podcast with ChatGPT."
Yeah.
And
That was
yeah,
such a good one, dude. I really like that one.
I'm
Um,
really interested in that
Great
one.
idea. Yeah. I'm gonna ask him if we can co-opt that. Easy Co. John Craig over at the Easy Co. The pineapple, you know. And
Mhm.
if you don't know, now you know. Deadbeat Customs. Steve's doing a Memorial Day sale, dude. By the time you listen to this, it's already over. But he has great deals on all sorts of stuff, dude. Um, Spectro oils. Spectro 60 weight is what I did confirm. That's what I use in all my holes. 60 weight.
Good.
All right. Stay Strong Co. Our boy Jean Luc. Uh, get at him for the hot sauce, dude. You can put it on literally anything. Oh yeah, dude. Look at that. And by the way, get yourself some swag because he's the only guy I know that does the fucking front, the back, the arms, the American flag. Fucking look at that. The whole thing's covered. He he went crazy on that shit. His t-shirts are like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're a fucking billboard, dude, and you got to support John Luke. He's the fucking homie. He's my twin. All right, we got Madison Dano Pork Chops Barbershop, the only barbershop supporting the Idle Hand Show. So it's the only barbershop if you're in Colorado that you're going to get your fucking hairs cut at. Torque Motorcycles, best bags in the business. You can borrow that. You can have that tagline. You can have that if you want to make that your motto, guys. Walt Tezza. He did confirm it is Walt Tezza. His last name is
It's
Walters.
Walters. Yep.
Yeah. So he explained it. It all makes sense. Walt Tezza. Put some emphasis on that T, boys. Show us some respect. Walt Tezza. Finally, we've got Lowbrow Customs. Maybe you've heard of it. Maybe you've ordered some of their parts. And if you come to the Idle Hand Show, you can win some of their parts for free. Just wanted to remind everybody, this show is free to vend, free to attend. The hardcore show is free to attend.
Mm.
Right? All the games that we're gonna have there, they're all free. We're giving away free stuff. Name another
Yep.
show. Here, I'll wait. I'll wait. Name
But
another show that is completely fucking free.
but that should encourage you and entice you to bring all of the money with which you would have brought for admission and for everything else and spend it with our vendors. Go, especially all the vendors that are going to be on site day of. They're all independent, small, like we don't have any real big fucking moguls, titans of the industry type deal. You know what I mean? So come out. The bands are going to be set up selling merch. If you're even remotely interested in the shit that they're doing, buy some shit from them. Bullshit Detector's coming from Texas. I implore all of you, if you are even remotely interested in their music, please buy shit from Bullshit Detector. And also, I want to remind everybody, you still have to learn the lyrics to Cool Arrows by Bullshit Detector by
I got to do that. I got to get
day
on that.
of. Don't disappoint me. Or Richard, who's the front man for Bullshit Detector. It's going to be fucking crazy.
You need a teleprompter for the crowd, like get some big poster boards or something.
I wonder, that's not a bad idea. I wonder if instead of a banner, if we do a big blank fucking backdrop and just have a projector, I wonder if, and we can like preload their logos into it. You know what I mean?
Well, we're gonna have that big backdrop on the stage. When the bands come on, we could project something onto it or drop a sheet down or something.
That's what I'm thinking. Instead of a banner, because then we'd have to pay somebody to make a banner. If we just design a banner and use a green screen, We just have the banner up, and then when the bands play, we can just put their logos up.
Yeah, we'll talk to Ron about that. All right.
Fucking Bonabinga. But yeah, so bring plenty of money and spend it with our vendors, please. Please spend it with our vendors. We're also gonna have raffle shit. We're gonna have merch. There's gonna be all sorts of stuff. So, and in the food, there's gonna be hot dog trucks and the fucking all the food trucks and everything else. So
Oh yeah,
please,
Lizzie's Glizzies, dude. Did
right?
you see that in the Dirty Dozen chat? The
The
fucking the
the
Devil's
Louis
Dozen chat,
Vuitton,
the Gucci
yeah,
dog.
yeah, the Gucci, yeah. Someone
I'd
like
eat the shit out of that, dude.
CNC laser engraved a fucking hot dog with the Gucci or Louis Vuitton
Yeah.
logo print. Yeah, sick.
The best hot dogs in New Hampshire, I don't think, it's coming back, man. There's a little place on, Route 9
Ugh.
out to Keene,
Oh
Auntie
yeah.
T's. Bro, these fucking hot dogs were made with love, and the trailer's gone now. She's a seasonal girl. She's, like, retired,
Mm.
and she has, like, the best food, dude, in this, like, little shack. She makes all her own sauces and shit, and, yeah, it's not up. It's gone. The
Yeah.
shack's gone, so I don't know if fucking Auntie T died.
Oh
RIP Auntie
yeah.
T.
Mm.
But she had the best fucking hot dogs. You had to stop there, and, me and my daughter would smash some dogs, get, like, a free soda and shit. They're wicked nice.
I only went there once. I got it was called like a California chili dog or something like that. And it was like a chili cheese dog with like avocado hunks in it. And it was
Oh, yeah.
fucking amazing.
Yeah, and they're huge.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
Like,
like
you
a
can
Fenway
choke on
Frank.
these hot dogs if you're not
Yeah. It
careful.
was big fucking,
They're
yeah.
girthy.
Mm. Yep. You eat them
Yeah.
for the shape, not the taste. We know.
Dude, I'm so exhausted of hot dog memes, dude.
Yeah. Me, honest to God.
That's better? All
Yeah.
That
right.
is better.
Yeah, sorry about
It's
that,
not
guys. I was trying to do
not
it in
as
the
cool a
garage where
backdrop,
fucking you
though.
could actually see the build. I know, right? Yeah. Welcome to my
Yeah.
basement.
I'll bring up a picture of your build when we talk about it, but
All right.
There we go.
Yeah, dude, I spilled my fucking whiskey on the way down the stairs like an asshole, so I'm gonna have to clean that up later. So
what do you got for whiskey?
Pendleton.
Pendleton,
Huh.
okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know
Glass
that one.
bottle, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Pretty decent. Pretty decent
Pretty
whiskey.
decent. So how you been, dude?
Fucking running ragged. Man, trying to get that fucking build done. It's like, dude, it just wants to fucking fight me at every turn. So every time I think I got something dialed in, something else breaks or I screwed something else up and it's a fucking mess. But I did actually just what 2 days ago, 3 days ago, get the I got the brakes all fucking sorted out, so that's good. Before they were
Good.
dragging, they weren't lined up correctly, so they were dragging just a little bit, and because of that, they were heating up and fucking dude, I had to rebuild the calipers again because they
Hmm.
fucking all the grease around the pistons just turned into fucking glue, dude. So I was fighting that, and then I got that straightened out, so now it fucking breaks when it's supposed to. And I just finished up some exhaust paint today, so yeah, making progress.
Was it
Starting to.
dragging because your axle was like your wheel wasn't aligned, or why was it
No,
dragging?
actually, it was dragging because I did a bad job lining up the calipers because I don't know what I'm doing
Okay.
half the time. So the way that that Matt the Fab Tabs, the way that he designed that caliper mount was that it was supposed to be outboard of the calipers. So the calipers themselves are what normally has a thread in it. So because I didn't have the room, I swapped the mount to the inside, and then I had to remove material on the inside of the calipers, and then drill out the actual mounts on the calipers, and then thread the caliper mount. And because of that, it wasn't quite lined up, and then I ended up having to shim some stuff because I removed too much material, and then, but now it's all lined up and it's straight. So that's a fucking first for me. So.
Hmm. It's always something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's fucking constantly. Dude, the only thing that doesn't really work on this bike is the things that I've made. So, that's cool. It's a good feeling on the inside.
Yeah. So you had to do a rebuild, you said too, a top end a couple times.
Dude, yeah, so it's been like two top end rebuilds. I just fucked up the other exhaust stud on the front now, so I'm gonna have to replace
Oh yeah, I
that
saw
head.
that, dude. How did that
So,
happen?
dude,
Ugh.
so yeah, so I instead of using the fucking like or what are they, the 5/16 studs, I was like, oh, I'll beef it up. I'll go to fucking 3/8, and that way it'll pull it in tighter. It'll be stronger. But you have to remove material in order to fucking get that thing in there in the first place. So because I did that, when I was tightening down, I saw this trick online, and I think it works. But you take basically those tapered Evo exhaust gaskets and you cut them laterally. So like the skinny end is up top and the fat end's on bottom. You cut that way in half in between those two ends, and then you slip it down over your exhaust header in between the flange and the header, and it'll help fucking take up some of the fucking slack, in the exhaust port, so it doesn't leak as bad. And when I was doing that, I'm tightening it out, squishing it, and then all of a sudden it just went fucking righty loosey, and the whole stud came out. You saw the
Oh
crack in
yikes!
the header.
Mm.
So yeah, trying to be
That would
fucking
make me
clever
fucking
and see what that
cry
got me. So
for the
yeah,
first time in 10 years.
Fuck.
dude, I threw a few things. Like I've gotten better. It used to be that like my buddies could tell when I was in the garage because there'd be like a lot of fuck banging. I'd be throwing
Mhm.
a lot of shit, and yeah, I haven't like played a game of whack fuck in a while. So yeah,
You were due. You were due.
yeah, yeah, no
I
shit.
didn't know you were supposed to
But
cut those. I always just on my last shovel, I was like, I just heard that if you use Evo ones, then just cram them in there.
yeah, you kind
I
of
didn't know
can,
you had
and
to
then
cut them.
like as long as you're okay with like the gap, I guess, because
Yeah.
obviously now there's going to be a gap between the actual flange and the header. It doesn't really
Right.
fucking matter. But I was like, oh yeah, I can squish it down a little bit more,
Mhm.
so.
Yeah. No, I'm going to
But
I've been,
apparently,
I was talking, like, in the intro about I've been doing, some exhaust stuff, and on the
mm,
shovel head, it just has that one
mm,
fucking stud, and it's such a tight fit. I keep on every time I have to take the pipe in and out, in and out, in and out while I'm
oh my
doing the
god,
fit
yeah,
up and trying to solve this shit, and, I'm like, "I'm gonna crack this fucking thing, dude." This thing is,
Mm.
like, 80 years old. I'm gonna fucking crack this shit, and then I'm gonna be fucked, dude. I'm gonna have to take the
yeah,
engine out. I'm gonna have to bring it to some fucking welder. I don't know, dude. That fuck
You
did you end up fixing that?
yeah. So I, fortunate if I didn't have a spare set of heads, I would have been real butt fucked.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
But I had a spare set of heads to fuck with. The studs on those were kind of janky. A buddy of mine had actually pressed in new valve guides on those because they were fucked. But like everything else was pretty straight on it, right? And just the studs on the fucking the exhaust ports were just a little janky. So I was like, no, I'll get new ones, and then they'll be fucking straight. And then I fucked the new ones up, and now I got to go back to the old ones. And like I said, if I didn't have those spare heads, it would have been real bad. So
That would've been
Mm.
real bad, dude. Yeah.
yeah,
Fuck that
Fuck.
shit.
yeah,
So what
yeah,
what bike tell us about the bike that you have. You have, it's a cone shovel, and
yeah.
what year is it?
So that's a good question. I'm not actually sure. I titled it as a 75 through Saints. If you go to what is it, Saints Motors or something like that,
Oh, yeah.
you can the Tennessee like loophole thing.
Dude, oh, is
I
are
don't actually.
they in Tennessee? Because
Yeah,
someone
that's the
just
only
asked
state.
us about
Yeah,
this.
yeah, that's the only state you can do it in now, and it's
Okay,
simple, dude. It
so
was like
someone
400
whoever
bucks.
reached out to us, we had talked about it at some point.
Uh,
It's just providence that you're bringing this up because this week, this guy, one of our listeners, reached out. So I didn't know I thought they were in like Wisconsin or something. So Saints and Engine or something like that. If
yes.
you just go into Google and be like title, old motorcycle titles
Yep.
or whatever, they're the first one that comes up. So that's the
Yep.
Tennessee shop.
Yeah. Dude, and it's fucking great. It's all engines, or I'm sorry, all vehicles. Motorcycles, like RVs, cars, trucks, whatever.
Huh.
Um and as long as it's 30 years or older, they can transfer in Tennessee without a title. So then you sell it to them, and then they fucking title it, and then they sell it back to you, right? And you're done.
How much
And
does it
then,
cost?
yeah, in Colorado, you just have to do a VIN verification. You fucking have a Colorado, title. So easy
Huh.
peasy. Yeah.
Oh no shit.
No shit. Well, that's
Yeah,
good to
dude.
know.
Yeah, because I mean, like, I don't want to incriminate myself, but I've done some fucking wacky things to get things titled. And it's like, you can do that. And, maybe somebody has a title floating around and you maybe know somebody with a fucking set of stamps. But, like, dude, the easiest way is just getting it done like a legit way. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you're gonna get pulled over. I mean, in New Hampshire, I don't think I'll get pulled over anymore because we don't do you don't require inspections.
that's right.
oh,
Yep.
I
I
forgot
used to
about
get
that
pulled over
bullshit,
once or
dude.
twice a year for that, and now
Oh, my God.
they have no reason to pull me over.
For a state that's like so free, that's pretty fucking stupid. I hate the inspection shit. I used to live in New York and getting your car inspected every year for some bullshit like that. It's like they just want your money. And it's like,
Yep.
Yeah.
okay, now you're
Yeah, but
really
the
only
state
hurting.
doesn't even get the money, it's the fucking scummy mechanics. Because
Yeah.
you go to get your fucking shit done, and I've never gotten my car
Mhm.
inspected and have them pass it. That you need a windshield wiper. Like, even if it's
Yup.
brand new, you need something,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? So it's
Dude, and
scummy, but
that shit
I
gets
love
me
it,
every
dude.
fucking time, you
You
know?
know, I think New Hampshire is the only state in the union that doesn't have a seatbelt law if you're
No
over
shit.
18.
That's pretty
Yeah, you
baller.
don't need a seatbelt, you don't need a helmet for your motorcycle.
Fuck yeah.
Um, I the seatbelt thing doesn't I mean, the car companies kinda took care of that with the incessant
Yeah.
beeping that goes
Yeah.
on forever, because nobody can do that. But my dad doesn't wear a seatbelt ever. He won't
Mm.
wear a seatbelt. He got, well, like, the little extender, so he just keeps it clipped in, and he just doesn't wear a
Oh, yeah, and
seatbelt.
then you don't hear the fucking beeps. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but then
not a
he
bad
gets in
idea.
my car, and I'm driving somewhere, and it's just like, "Ding, ding, ding," and he's like, "That'll stop," and I'm like, "No, it won't. Just put your fucking seatbelt on." He's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
what
I
the
mean I
fuck
mean,
is
don't
your
get me wrong,
aversion to a seatbelt, dude?"
dude, I mean, like, being safe is I get it, they want you to be safe, they wanna fucking improve vehicle safety, and it's like, "Alright, that's cool," but I also reserve the right to kill myself if I want to. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, it's fuck
Yeah.
off. I don't know.
My safety is not your concern, you
Right.
know? That's the whole thing, is like, I don't wanna be
Yeah.
protected by bureaucrats.
Yeah. It's like the tag. It's like when you buy a new pillow, they have that white tag on it says only
Yep.
can be removed by consumer. There needs to be a switch. I can turn all that dumb shit off. I don't want your
Yeah.
fucking track control. I don't want all that shit. I want my fucking
Dude, and you've seen that
If
fucking
only.
bullshit, like, all new vehicles by 2027 have to have, like,
Shut
constant
off switch.
monitoring and, like,
Yep.
whether or not you're falling asleep. Dude, when we went to Australia, that fucking, what was it? It was Crosstrek. I think it was, maybe a 23, 24 Crosstrek, doesn't matter. Point is it was newer, it had that Starlink, like, set up in the middle, and every time I'd, like, lean back and kind of, like, just relax while we were driving, it would yell at me that my eyes weren't open. I'm like, "Fuck you, dude." Like,
Wow.
yeah. I just leaning back, like, "Open
That's
your eyes." I was
annoying.
like,
Fuck.
"Oh, boy," I
Yeah.
I
wanted to
hate
punch the fucking car.
Obviously, it's like they're supposed to be fucking annoying, but all of the new features are annoying as fuck. Like I
Oh,
Yeah.
forget
yeah.
what year it was. I drove a newer Ford, one of our customers, and I was driving it
Mhm.
around, and it's like sensing the painted lines, I guess.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
dude.
I'm driving around in
And
a
it, like, pulls
DPW
you over
car.
a little bit?
Yeah, dude, and it vibrates
Fuck
the
off.
seat, and it's like jerking the truck, and I'm like, dude, I'm driving through a parking lot. Like,
Bro,
what the fuck?
my
Yeah.
Subaru does. I remember when we were on the road trip, and I let
That's right.
Latte drive, and
That's
he's like,
right.
"What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
can
actually
imagine him
got
being real thrilled about that.
I got a little car sick. I don't get car sick, but because
Yeah.
of all that shit and sitting in the back and Loctite being at the helm, I
Yeah.
got a little fucking car sick by the time we got to New York City for sure.
Yeah. When I was in, I was living in Australia, I got a ticket because they don't have cops on the side of the road, they just have cameras. And if
Mm.
you're speeding, it takes a picture of you and sends you fucking a ticket that's way too expensive. I had to
Yeah.
pay that shit. But
Dude,
you went out to Perth too, right?
yeah, yeah. So
Did you
the
go to
far
Cottesloe
side.
Beach?
Say it again?
Did you go to Cottesloe Beach?
Cotteswell.
Cottesloe?
Uh, maybe? I don't think so.
Okay.
The only one that I oh, man, not Ouray, fucking god damn it, now I can't remember. It was one with an actual, like, shipwreck that you could fucking snorkel out to. It was only like,
Oh,
100 yards off of the actual shoreline, which was pretty cool. We did that. All the ones that were right along, we were actually in, what the fuck was it called? Just south of Perth along the beach there. You could tell it was an old like surf community, and then like rich people got a hold of the properties and they started fucking it up and turning it into like, you know, Los
Disney World.
Angeles, and it was
Ugh.
cool, but yeah, you could tell it was
Yeah.
getting too bougie.
Perth's a really weird place. It's really cool. It's the most remote city in the entire world because it's in
Yeah.
Western Australia and it's on the ocean. So there's just like there's nothing in the Indian Ocean and then there's nothing in the outback. It's way the fuck out there, but
Mm.
it's one of the it's fucking beautiful. It's the most
Oh
beautiful
my
place I've
god.
ever been in my entire life. And that beach, it's where Heath Ledger's from, Cottesloe.
Oh, okay.
And when I saw it, dude, instead of like seagulls and shit, they have these like weird, like they have different fauna and shit out in Australia. They have that like Asia Pacific divide or whatever.
Hmm.
They don't have fucking gross seagulls that eat fucking laxatives and fucking steal your
Classic.
ice cream.
Yeah.
They have it's like toucans and shit and like these fucking wild
Yep.
parrots and
Yep.
fucking you go out to the
Dude,
beach, it's infested with sharks,
did you
but
see the
there's also like
fucking
dolphins and shit.
Raven or hear the ravens?
Mm,
Yeah, they don't caw like they do here. It's not like
yeah,
ah. They're like "Ugh."
yeah.
Like seriously, Google fucking like Perth ravens after this. They make the
Huh.
dumbest fucking noise of all time. My wife and I heard it and we're like, the fuck is that? And we were all, we'd hear it with the windows down and everything driving around. And it's just like, "Ugh." You're like, the fuck is that noise? And we finally Googled it. It's so unsettling. And we just couldn't stop laughing because every time we'd hear one, it's like, you sound fucking retarded.
No shit.
They're
That's
dumb.
funny.
They're dumb, dude. They're smaller
Huh.
Yeah.
too. It's weird. But that dude, Perth was so much fucking fun. I'd go back in a heartbeat if it wasn't for like a
Yeah.
25-hour
I was
flight
gonna
to get
live
there.
there. I was this
No
close
shit.
to relocating there.
Mm.
But then I'd have that
Fucking
stupid
dude.
Australian accent.
Dude, and they
I like
only want fucking like it's so hard to move there. And you'd have a stupid Australian accent. You know what I mean? You'd
Mm.
have to fucking like I think they only want like people who are in the trades. Like you
Yeah.
have to prove that you can build stuff. And
Yeah.
otherwise you're not
In
fucking
Western Australia, mining is the industry. It's like
yeah, that makes sense.
that's what they do. And
Yeah.
that's where you work. So you go into a fucking mine out in the middle of fucking uninhabitable areas of
Oh, I
Earth.
believe
Like,
it.
dude, it's so fucking hot out there. But it's like I mean, I don't know. It reminds me of places in Mexico, like where it's
Oh, sure.
desert and ocean. Like my two favorite things together.
Yeah.
It's like fucking awesome. But all right, back to the bike. We got
Yeah, sorry.
a mystery shovel head.
Mm.
You got a ratchet top in that baby.
Yeah, I got a ratchet top. I'm not really sure what year the case is. I think it's mid 70s. Uh all new internals. A buddy actually I had Matt, the Fab Tabs. I was basically we were trading a bunch of things back and forth. I had bought like an Ironhead parts pile that had some Hullcraft satellite wheels in it. Um, the dude only wanted like 3 grand for everything. So like a titled frame, the fucking engine, and those Hallcraft wheels. I mean, like
Mm.
I was making out like a bandit, right?
Fuck yeah.
I ended up selling everything else, keeping the wheels. And Matt saw him. He's like, "Yo, would you trade me those for this motor?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." What do you got? He had an SNS 107, and I was like, "Okay, cool." So I brought it back to the house. I didn't fucking touch that for like months. I think it sat untouched in a parts pile. It was a whole basket case for like 6 months, and then I put it back up for sale. And he was like, "I want that engine back." I was like, "Okay, fine. So you want to buy it?" He's like, "I don't have the money, but I have a transmission." I was like, "All right." So I traded him. I traded him the engine back for the transmission. He showed me how to rebuild them, and then that motor ended up in Josh's bike, Doom Cult. He's got that motor
Oh
now.
no shit.
Yeah,
Hell
so
yeah.
it's just
Oh,
like a
look at
weird
that
inbred
connection.
training thing. Yeah. But
Cool.
yeah, so I ended up with that transmission, and I didn't understand that, with those fucking uh, pan head frames that you put the fucking transmission on the plate first, and then you put the fucking plate into the frame. So I cut the ear off, thinking I could adjust it because I'm only doing a fucking, like an open chain. So it's missing an ear, but it
Oh, you
works. I
cut
mean, I
the
rode
ear
it
off the
around the other day.
transmission?
Dude, one of them, yeah. So you know how it's got the 4 studs, right?
Yeah.
The one in the back, basically the back top ear, I chopped off so I could adjust it on the fucking Twisties plate that I got from F&A. And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I just need to be able to adjust it." And fucking instead of putting it like, I don't know, a tensioner under the middle of the chain like a smart person would have, yeah, I chopped that off so that I could use the plate that I paid for. Yeah, dude, it's been this fucking build, I'm glad, like, it shocked me that I've made it this far. Um, I only expected to make it to, like, the top 50, and then I was gonna fucking show up anyway. And, like, it shocked me that I've gotten this far, considering the fact that I fucked up, like, consistently fucked up just about everything I put my hands on. So that's been pretty cool.
See, my favorite part about the Idle Hand Show is seeing people build bikes, and I'm the same way, dude. I make 1,000 mistakes, and I think that it's like that's my favorite part about people that build bikes is that like they're not afraid to fail. They have this weird type of confidence where it's like you're so stupid and you do idiotic shit and you ruin stuff, but you're like, I'm still gonna make this bike.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
what's the definition of insanity?
Oh,
Like
yeah,
doing
doing
the
the
same
same
thing
thing
over
over
and
and
over.
over again, expecting
That's what
different
we do.
results.
Like we're all
Yeah.
insane. We're all insane,
Yeah.
inept fucking morons. But it's the passion and the love behind it that fucking drives it.
Yeah.
And you get this weird sense of confidence, you know what I mean? That like you don't get in other areas of life. Like you're just like, I don't know. And it's my favorite thing is watching people make mistakes and then recover from them. I love a fucking underdog, dude. And I'm so stoked that like we talked to Ethan
Mhm.
like last week. He's like a first time bike builder and he's building some really rad shit.
When I heard
And
that, that's
like,
astonishing, dude,
oh
honestly.
Yeah.
yeah, dude. For the
The
quality of that
quality of
bike,
his work. Yeah.
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 We had no
But
idea.
also
Yeah.
like to see like
Yep.
you post everything you do, all your mistakes, all that shit. And it's like the B side is really like the life of this fucking thing. Like all the guys building for the B side, the guys that they're not doing it for the competition, they're building their bikes and they're
Yeah.
crushing it, dude. And they're coming out with some sick shit. But also like you A side guys, we have people from all different disciplines, walks of life, and all different kinds of motors and shit. And it's just like, I don't know, man. It's what gives me the fucking tenacity to say that this is going to be the greatest chopper show in the history of chopper shows because this magic that we're creating here is fucking not going to be repeatable. This is one thing that'll never be repeated in the history of mankind. You'll never have the magic of the Idle Hand show and
Yeah.
all the people involved and all the love that's involved.
Yeah.
Dude, I love the fact, honestly, the one thing that got me about this show in the first place that attracted me to it was that you were celebrating garage builders, right? Because like I love, you look at the bikes from Mama Tried and like Glory Days and fucking, the Fandangos and like these big shows, especially Born Free. Oh my god, especially Born Free. There's this quality of work that happens. You see these fucking bikes that are like, and don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm loving my Christian Newmans and fucking Ryan Grossmans and Josh from American Metal. Like there, there's these builders that have such immense talent, but there tends to be this like you can see it. It's almost a paywall, right? If you
Yeah.
can't afford to buy a knucklehead, who fucking buys knuckleheads except for people who have the fucking money? Like I can't afford
Right.
one, right? Um, you have this paywall wherein like you're not going to be able to produce a level of work unless you can pay X amount of money and compete with these guys, toe to toe, because they're gargantuans. And it's just like a level that we like your regular dudes cannot touch, right?
Mhm.
And so for
Can't build a
me, like,
Hawk Lachey bike with fucking exposed like rockers and shit. Well,
yeah,
also like not even just like the money, but like the way that their brains work. They're
mhm,
like Nikola Tesla. You're like they're on a different level than everybody else.
sure, yeah. No, and I'm not trying to like there's a level of like I said, the quality of work that deserves, you should be putting that much money into a fucking build. Like your
Yeah.
skills and your talent and your
Right.
know-how, you need to be putting that much money in. But like for guys like me, you're not gonna fucking go to Born Free and be on the fucking lawn. You know what I mean? So like what drove me, like really attracted me to this is that you're like, hey, we do want to fucking see our garage builders, do it yourselfers, the guys that are fucking a lot of us. I mean, like realistically, we get into this because out of necessity, right? You, I can't afford to go get a $10,000 paint job, or I can't afford to go have like so much machine work done on my fucking motor. Like I have to do this myself. And like,
Mhm.
so I learned these things because of that necessity, and like the certain, motors that I use are out of necessity. But like that was my favorite part about this whole thing in the first place. Um, and if I and don't take this the wrong way, but if I could offer just a smidge of criticism to the thing, because I know I'm like sucking your dick right now, but like I
Yeah.
think you should have kept it. I think you should have kept it so that if you can ostensibly do it, right, do it yourself. Don't fucking, farm out the work. And I know this sounds like I'm taking a shot at Sean's bike. His bike is fucking beautiful. And I
Mhm.
think the paint that he's going to get done is going to be absolutely gorgeous. And it deserves, that's that level of quality of work. It deserves
Yeah.
the quality of paint, right? So, but I think the thing that I liked so much about it is that when you add those constraints of, unless, you have a fucking chroming bath in your fucking garage, which who has that? But like all
Right.
of the things that you have to do it yourself, because those constraints force people to get creative, right?
Mhm.
If you when you have to think outside of the box, some of the things that we all kind of come up with in our home garages, the fixes that are like, oh shit, that was smart. Why didn't I think of that? That kind of
Mhm.
comes out, in the end. I forget the saying. It's like it comes out in the pastry or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Proof in
Don't
the
throw
and
the
pudding.
baby out with bathwater.
and
Oh, no,
I
no, no.
promise you, I'm
What's good
not
for the
trying to
goose is good
fucking
for the gander.
yeah. I'm not trying to take
Whatever.
shots at anybody. Honestly,
Yeah,
I
no,
you
no.
know I
And
really
you know
think
what? Me,
Sean's
me
bike
and Dan
deserves
went
it.
round
So
and around with this too. And we decided, like, me and him don't agree on like that point. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
sure, okay,
And so what we did was we agreed to disagree, and we're just like, you know what? We wanted to be as hands off as possible and just be like, look, the spirit is do it yourself. And but we also don't want to stifle anybody that, like, what if someone gets a part made by their boy that has a laser engraver for a fucking, like, we didn't want to nitpick
yeah, good
shit,
point.
Right.
So like we set the stage up and we're just like, you know what, let's see how it goes. And also, since it's two people, me and Dan, we both have an opinion on the matter.
Mhm.
We have to agree to disagree sometimes,
I would
If
Fair
rather
enough.
I would rather see as many of you guys running Doom's parts as you are right now to help Doom in his time of need than for you guys to be like, sorry, man, I got to do it myself. I got to make my own tail light.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I mean? Because that's what this is all about. It's about the community. The painters are part of the community. The people who do this, you know what I
that's
mean?
a
It's
good
all
point.
community.
That's a good
So
point.
if you can't rely on your community, because realistically, when you think about how many of these people, even especially at the very top level, are truly doing every single part of this themselves. Clay's not doing he's not
Oh no,
upholstering
for
seats.
sure.
You know what
No,
I
for
mean?
sure.
Like, I'm certainly no better than Clay Crick. So when it comes to that, like, my whole thing is if you're going to do all of this work that you guys are doing to these bikes to come up with something new, for me, risking it with a potentially shoddy rattle can paint job at the very end after doing all that work when, you know what I mean? It could be, if not for the paint job, it would otherwise be a fucking bike that's in magazines and everything else. Cause like
Yeah,
everybody says, the paint really is kind of the bow on the, you
and,
could be the,
and the other thing is like, I don't even know how the judges feel about that, and I'm not
exactly.
asking them.
Oh
Right.
yeah,
Like,
That's the
yeah,
other thing too.
so they might agree with me, they might agree with Dan, they
Right.
might agree with, like, but I don't even want to know. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? How that
Nope.
factors in. Like,
Nope.
they might
you
be
know
like, I
I
want, and then there's three of them, so they might have three different I'm sure they have three
sure,
different
yeah,
opinions on the matter.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to give you guys credit for that, honestly, because I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of people would have gone straight to, oh yeah, we can judge it. It'll be us. We want the control. And good for you
I
guys,
don't want the
honestly.
hate mail.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
still
I
get
don't
a
blame
lot of
you.
it,
I
bro.
don't fucking
Like,
blame you, dude.
all through this process, there's been a lot of people. I don't know if they're paying attention, but like, they think that we have something to do with the judging of it. Like, someone had reached out at one point and they're like, "Look, I didn't get a lot done, but like, don't cut me yet." And I'm like, "I don't cut anybody.
Right.
I'm not judging this thing." And then someone else fucking, this one really stuck with me. They reached out and they're like, "Yeah, it sounds like a cool show, but it's probably a lot of politics in it." And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?
All right.
There's no politics in choppers. That's the whole point. That's why I like
Yep.
choppers.
Right.
There's no politicking."
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
Black Dumb Moto. Yeah, they're out
Yeah.
of oh my god,
Yeah,
Greeley.
dude. Like, and here's the thing too, is like when you put on a show, it's, you know, I want it to be, I really like the prize money, the only reason we even have prize money is just because we wanted to entice as many people to get, we didn't know that so many people were even going to be interested. Like
Right.
when we kicked this off, we didn't think we were going to get 150 bikes.
Damn,
When it
that's
a
got to
lot of
100,
fucking
dude,
people,
I
dude. A
called
lot.
Dan and I'm like, "Dude, we got to like shut this shit down, dude. Like,
Yeah.
there's too many bikes."
yeah. But that's
And-
something
No, I can
that
imagine.
sorry to interrupt, but I never thought of
No,
that.
no.
And it's something that I'm curious to know. And if the Idle Hands builders want to chime in on this, I'd be curious to know how many of you guys would have actually done this if there was no $10,000 prize.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? Like,
When
would
did
you guys have
even?
still done it? You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
remember when you guys announced the prize money, because I think it was
We
after
said-
you guys. Was it right when you opened it up?
When we
Right.
opened it up, we said we wanted to do
Right.
10,000,
Yeah.
but
That
we
was the
had no
goal.
idea we were even going to get there.
Right.
So
because it was
for me-
crowdfunded and everything else.
Oh yeah, fair enough. But yeah, for me, I didn't think I'd make it past 50. So I'm fucking shocked. But two, even if I had, like, when you don't want to let yourself hope too much because then you're gonna build it up and then you get fucking cut and you're like, oh, my feelings are hurt. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So I was like trying to be fucking cool about it. I'm like, I don't care if I make it past 50, whatever. And like, but like, I also wasn't thinking about the money. I fucking like building stuff, dude. I really like building stuff. I like working with my hands. I like fucking trying to solve problems or solutions to the problems that I've created. So like, it's, like the money never even really was a factor about it. I mean, especially once you guys started actually accumulating the money and like the little thermometer, you're hitting fucking like goal after goal after goal after goal. I was like, oh fuck, that like $10,000 would be fucking dope. But
Mm.
I mean, I'm just happy to even be part of the top 12. Like being in the Devil's Dozen is cool for two reasons, right? The fucking group chat is really quiet. And two, like I'm amongst a level of builder that like I look around and I'm like, I shouldn't fucking be here. At all. Like, you look at Greenleaf's bike and Sean's bike and Doom's quality of work, and it's just like, and Ethan being a fucking first time builder and making a supercharged fucking CB set. Fuck you, dude. Like, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here at all. I'm in the wrong room. Like, I got invited to the wrong fucking thing.
I was
and
thinking
it's,
about this recently, is like, because, Dan's talked in the past about like imposter syndrome and shit like
Oh,
that.
yeah,
and none of
dude.
us think very high. Like, I don't meet a lot of cocky guys, like
Yeah.
chopper guys are just like, they're really down to earth. They're really fucking laid back. They're really like, they care so much about the process of building and and riding and everything that goes along with it, that like if you have those two things, it already weeds out all the fucking lames, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you build a fucking chopper, even if you go into it with like shitty intentions, like, yeah, I'm gonna be cool, you know what I mean? With like, if you actually like execute on that mission and build a chopper, you've grown as a person. Like you've lost tons of money. Your
Yeah.
bike did not come out as cool as you had hoped. You're definitely not getting attention from
Yeah.
anybody except for other dudes, maybe,
Right.
you
Mm.
know? And
Yeah, a lot of
like,
dudes. A lot of dudes.
it's just, that's what's cool about it is like, you have to, if you've ever done it and you continue to do it, that's the other thing is if you've built multiple bikes, it's like, oh, this guy has the same screw loose as I do, you
Mhm.
know, like
Yeah.
he's already passed the litmus test of whether or not you're a fucking fake or not. And I see a lot of this, all the stuff, all the hate online about like, oh, sportsters are gay. I've never fucking heard anybody say that in real life, dude.
No.
No, dude, it's the exact opposite. Everybody is so fucking like supportive, dude. People walk up to bikes that are pieces of shit, you know, and they're like, dude, that's
Yeah.
cool. They'll pick out one cool thing on the bike. I love what you did here, you know, like
Mhm.
it's not about the whole thing and being like the baddest bike builder. Like we're not built that way. We just like cool dudes that get their hands dirty and are resourceful and help their friends out. You know, like that's the other thing is like chopper dudes have like really close relationships with their friends where they're just like they'll help you rebuild a transmission. They'll help you put an engine in. They'll help you with a paint job. They'll help you with shit. They don't want anything in return, you know?
Yeah.
They're the shirt off the back kind of guys. And it's like that's a dying breed.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
we were on air or off air, but me and Dan were talking about the Utes today.
I can't
I could do
remember.
a whole rhino rant about it, but I
Oh, I
won't.
believe it. I believe it.
But like, dude, if you go out, if you go out to a chopper show, you know, like we went to La Espada, you go to a swap meet, you see the guys out there, everybody's like smiles and handshakes, they're doing what they love. You
Mhm.
know, there's
Yeah.
no hatred out there. For nobody picks on you because your bike's gay. You know, like
Right.
people are just happy that someone else is interested in what they're interested in. Now we have something to talk about. Now
Mhm.
we can learn from each other, you know? And chopper dudes, I love to learn. I also love to teach too. You know, like if dudes
Yeah.
have questions, I try to answer them, you know, like I'll try to help you out with some shit. Fucking sending you pictures or fucking this is how I did it. And that's what makes it cool. So if you're dumb enough and fucking, you know, shitty enough, like you're not obviously you don't fit in. Like the other thing about I'll say about Ethan too, right? He's like a white collar dude, works at a software
Yeah.
company. You know, I'm the same way. I work at a software company. Dan's a blue collar dude, you know? Like we're not divided by there's no class system here in America, you know what I mean? Like you're united by the things that bring you closer together. And it's
Mhm.
like we have this thing, we build fucking bikes and your personalities just met like everywhere I go, every bike show I've ever gone to, I find new people that I love, like
Yep.
that are into the same shit I'm into, and we have great conversations. And that's like really what I wanted to do with the Idle Hand show. I didn't want to put on a bike show that like people have can say what they want about certain bike shows. You know what I mean? Because there is part of the culture is these vultures that swoop in, they want to be little Instagram models or whatever.
Yeah.
And it pisses people off because you're co-opting or you're bastardizing the thing that we love and care about, you know? Those people don't last. I don't sweat it and I don't give a shit about it. But one thing that will unite people is you have a show that highlights garage builders, DIY shit, and you have a cash prize and you have a fucking carnival. We're gonna have a freak show and
Yeah.
midgets and shit, dude. Like it's just gonna be old school debauchery. And that's what my plan was all along is getting the coolest people from America that are as stoked on building shit as I am in the same place and we can all party together, you know? That's
Yep.
my prize. You know, me
Dude,
and
yeah,
Dan,
and
we don't get any show money from this.
no,
You know, we
I
just
mean,
want to
you
see
guys
you
get the
guys.
headache. You guys get the headache.
Ugh.
You've put in all this blood, sweat, and tears, and like it'll be like being at your wedding, like you're not gonna fucking have time to like hang out too
Actually, don't
much. I'm
spoil the
glad we have
surprise, but
those.
me and Dan are getting married at the Idle Hand show.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
hot. I
publicity
like that.
stunt.
You guys make a good couple. I appreciate that. No, but like the I'm glad that there's a
I'm the bottom.
couple days. There's a couple days that we're gonna be able to like just kind of kick it and not have to
Yeah.
worry about the show too much.
Yeah.
But I know that you guys are gonna be running around like fucking madmen. But I mean, like to your point, like I really appreciate the fact that my group of friends here in Colorado is very diverse. You know what I mean? Like, well, John is a fucking chiropractor. He owns his own practice. I work up in Aurora at Buckley. I've got friends that do fucking machine work like Dingo, or work in fucking construction, or some people that work in offices. And it's like, yeah, everybody does a little bit of everything. And the only thing that's really tying us together is the motorcycle, itself. It's not even just choppers. A lot of us ride to like to ride anything on fucking two wheels. And so it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you really do have this kind of insulation against, like you said, culture vultures or the
Yeah.
Instagram. And dude, speaking of Instagram, I was up at Pollywood's tank art show. He just put on his second tank art show. He's growing as an artist, which is super cool to see. But he put on a free show over at 291 or Distillery 291, and I just came from that. And like, it was fucking dope to see everybody. And then I'm leaving, and they're all like, "Oh, fucking yeah, you gotta go get your podcast done. Don't forget to fucking screenshot you and put it on." I'm like, dude, so I started doing the Instagram thing in the first place just to keep like to have a kind of a history of the work I'm doing and kind of make it entertaining. But like, I was hoping, oh geez, the judges will be able to see all this, know that I'm doing all of my own work, right? Here's like a documentation of the work that I've been doing, right? And then like now people are like, oh, you make really good content, and I'm just like, fucking want to
It's
eat a
good.
gun, dude.
Yeah.
Nah,
Well,
dude,
I
it's like
watch it every
it is
time
good.
something drops. I watch it, but
Dude, I'm
it's
glad people like it, but I still want to fucking eat a gun anytime somebody says like, "Oh, good content."
But you're
So
not
fucking
doing the
gay.
kitschy. You're not doing the kitschy shit though. You're not doing the fucking. You're
I have a
doing
tagline,
well.
Dan. Dan, I have a
Well,
tagline at the end of the fucking video.
yes, but what I like is your videos are short. You show exactly what you're doing. This is what I'm doing. This
Fair
is
enough.
what happened. This is what I did. Don't follow me. I'm a fucking idiot. That's
Yeah.
it. Every time, and it's funny.
Yeah.
It's to
I
the
have a
point.
tagline at the end of every show.
You're showing something.
Fair
You're
enough.
showing yourself working. You're showing a problem. You're showing the repair, and you're being funny about it. And it's
We need
repeatable. It's
We
recognizable.
need more of that kind of content. If I see another
Exactly.
girl play a fucking, like an overplayed like 70s psychedelic rock band while she's in a cute outfit, like in front of her, sports store or whatever, I scroll right past that shit. I unfollow that shit. I want to see fucking make me laugh.
You just want to see a lot of
or
dudes. I get it. Nah, it's
shit.
fine.
Yeah.
I want to see funny dudes
Dudes.
too. So
Right.
Yeah, I want to see funny. I like
no.
funny, and I like seeing cool shit. Like I
Yeah.
love, dude, like Fab Pigs. I
Yep.
watch anything they put
Dude,
out. I'll watch.
those guys are so fucking humble. But I mean, and they're another example of the quality of work of people that I know, and they're just super humble.
You're
It's
up in
like,
Colorado too, huh?
Yep.
yeah, dude. Did
Yeah,
you see
those guys are
their
killing
People's
it.
Champ bike that they were building?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's the coolest bike ever.
So
dude.
fucking nice.
It's my favorite bike ever.
Genuinely,
Not
yeah.
even done yet.
Genuinely
Yeah.
the coolest chopper that's ever been built in the process for sure.
They might come to the Idle Hand show. I'm begging them. I'm begging them.
Ooh, I'm gonna have
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to hit them up and fucking bug them a little bit then,
Bug
because
them.
that would be cool,
Bug
dude.
it.
Please.
Everybody bug Fab Pigs and
Get
say,
Fab
go to the
Pigs
Idle
titles.
Hand show.
Yeah,
Dude,
If you're a
their
real
last-
one, if you're a real G, make it happen, Captain.
for sure.
Did you
Because
see the last shovel they built too? I mean, like, dude,
Oh, yeah.
anything
everything
that
they put out
fucking
is
pull out-
amazing, dude.
Yeah.
But
So
this bike that they're making specifically is, in my
Ronin?
opinion,
Yeah.
it's like the coolest chopper I've ever seen. And I want to
100%.
see it at the Idle Hand show.
dude.
Yep.
That would make my year.
The amount of work in the tank alone is
Insane, dude.
it's jaw dropping to see, because like you see that and you see the other builds that they've made, and you're like, oh, these guys are like way up here in the the stratosphere, and then like you talk to them and they're just the coolest fucking dudes. They're just really
Yeah.
fucking chill, and
Yeah.
they're really approachable, and it's just like, again,
Dude,
just like to
everything on
build
that
shit.
bike though, dude, is like they could
Oh,
have
yeah.
stopped at the tank. But
Yeah.
then you look at the front end, then you look
Mhm.
at the dropouts, then you look at dude, every fucking piece of that bike is insane.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it doesn't
Yeah.
even have paint on it yet.
Right.
I don't even want, like, I might prematurely ejaculate once they paint it. Like, I'm gonna be on Instagram. Hopefully I'm not at work or in public or something, and I'm just gonna cream my jeans, dude.
Well, if you
Yeah.
weren't a coward, you would. I mean, just do
Yeah.
it. Who cares?
Dude, I
That
won't be
thing,
able to control myself. It'll just happen.
yeah,
It's
that thing's unfucking believable, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's very cool. It's very
Man,
cool.
this has been I don't know. The more we talk to you builders, you know, the more inspired and stoked I get on it. Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
Yeah,
glad that
same.
we're getting to talk to everybody about it. And it's like, you know, we see the journey, but it's like third person, you know what I mean? It's good to be able to talk to people and be like, you know, how'd you get into the show and like what inspired you about it? And it's like it's just refreshing to hear. It's like it's the same stuff that's refreshing to us. You know, it's the same stuff that
Mhm.
why we did it, you know. Um
Yeah.
One question, I don't want to forget this because Dan brought it up
Oh, sure.
and we asked Ethan last week, but if you did win, what are you gonna do with the prize money?
Oh shit, dude. I'd fucking do something lame like remodel my bathroom. Like, dude, I
Wrong
wish I could just
answer.
like I know, dude. I'm so fucking boring. But like
Sorry,
I
you're
wish
incorrect.
that I could just like go like sell fucking this build and then take that $10,000 and like start on a knucklehead because like dude I saw it wasn't even a fucking FL, it was a fucking EL, like the 45-inch knuckles.
Yep.
The dude had just he said he just rebuilt it. I don't fucking know, but it was on Chopper Swapper and he wanted fucking $37,000 for just the engine.
I don't want to play that game,
What?
man. I'm out.
Like fuck off, dude. Like that's
Nope.
so wild. I mean, even just to be able to afford like a titled pan shovel anymore puts you back 10 grand. Not even the
Yeah.
fucking the whole bike. It's just the engine.
Or you can go get a 93-inch fucking SNS panhead with fucking evolution internals and it'll run for
Mhm.
fucking ever and come with a
Yeah.
fucking all the
Buy one off
numbers and
Low
everything
Grab,
else.
dude, for
Three
10
bolt
grand.
fucking
Yeah,
exhaust
exactly.
flanges.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Affirm
don't
the
fucking
fucking
fail.
Go
Oh my
affirm
God,
a
dude. Yeah.
fucking knucklehead.
I don't think
Yeah,
I've heard
exactly.
anybody do that yet.
Fuck off.
I haven't seen one of those out in the wild.
Affirm a knucklehead.
Buying a brand new like engine. But I
Yeah,
gotta say,
dude,
that would be
at
fucking
some
nuts.
point, I'm
my
in.
shovel
At
head
some
is like
point, I'm in.
45% knucklehead, dude. I'm
Yeah,
finding
it
all
is.
sorts of knuckle parts in that thing.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's rad. I mean, that's the fun part about
I'm
taking the
halfway to a
old stuff.
knucklehead. I just need to
Especially
get like a
there you
knucklehead
go.
engine.
Yeah, the bottom end and the
Yeah,
top
just
end.
the
That's all you
engine. I
need.
mean, who cares? Bottom end and top
How
end.
much could that
Yeah.
cost?
Yeah. Just a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, that's the fun thing about like, fucking with old engines, because like yes, you do end up finding like the methy little bullshit that like some whoever like cobbled together. Like, dude, the fucking rocker on mine, like the rocker box, I found out that it has fucking Bondo or not Bondo, JB Weld on the top to repair a fucking hole that they had welded, and it still had pinhole leaks in it, so it fucking weeps oil. So they just put fucking JB Weld over the top. Like, you find that kind of shit, but then every once in a while, like this engine, the same one has a fucking like Andrews cam in it. So it's like, ooh, and then you like
Yeah.
look, and it's clear that some fucking backwoods bucktooth retard tried to fucking take this thing and turn it into a fucking like a real stroker engine, and then he just blew it the fuck up because I found it out of a dude down in Texas. He was selling it. He's like, and he was totally straight with me. He wasn't trying to hide anything. He even sent me bore scope videos of the cylinders and everything, and they were fucking ate up. But like, I got it for cheap, and then now I'm chasing all the ghosts and everything. But like, it's still fun technically.
Yeah.
This is like I'll tell this story again in like 6 months and I'll laugh. But right now, I want to just like tear my hair out and fucking drink myself into an early grave. But it's the process. It's the fun part. It really is. Like you find these cool parts. Oh shit! I have like a full on knuckle transmission. That's baller.
Yeah.
You didn't know that you were buying a knuckle transmission, but now you fucking have one, and that's cool as shit. So
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm into that stuff.
Yeah, I love it. I love it just like the process for
eggs.
me is just like I'm just having a fucking blast. And it's frustrating, but you get you get 1,000 little wins too, like if
Yeah.
it's not hard, then it's not worth doing, And my philosophy in life and my credo is, whatever the hardest thing to do is the right thing to do,
Yeah.
in life. If it's like Like, yeah, you could lie, and get away with things, and it would probably be easier, but it's not the right thing to do, Having a hard conversation with your friend or your boss or your wife or whatever, like, have those conversations. Do the hard
Yeah.
thing. Build the old bikes. It's more of
Yeah.
a challenge, you know? Don't just
Mhm.
go and finance a brand new motorcycle at Harley Davidson, you know? Or
I mean,
God
don't get me wrong. We
forbid,
were
a
talking
fucking
about that
Indian.
earlier at the show. It's like you can get a fucking brand new bike that, yeah, you just push the fucking button and it starts, and it's great. It's honestly great to have that when you're in a rush. You want to take the wife out for fucking dinner and it's nice out, and you just want to have something comfortable that fucking works, and you're not having to worry about is it going to make it to the restaurant a bit, whatever, right? But
Mhm.
I mean, the struggle is the glory, I guess. You know, like I'd
Yeah, if that's
rather,
your
I don't
thing.
know. Yeah,
Which for us,
you know,
that's our thing. Yeah.
yeah,
The struggle is the glory. That's the point. Yeah. I fucking made it. I made it happen. I did it
You
myself.
earned it.
That's the point.
yeah,
You
Yeah.
feel like you actually earned something.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But, let's just, real quick, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we've talked about
share.
everything but this fucking bike that I'm building
I
for
know.
the show that you guys are throwing, so
Luckily, you make some really awesome content.
yeah, well,
Yeah. So, what about this bike haven't you talked about that you wanna talk about?
oh fuck, dude. I don't know. Shit, dude. Honestly, I really have talked about a lot of it. Just through making videos. I am proud that one, I'm doing everything myself. I know it's, considering the topic I brought up earlier. But, like, I am proud that, like, I'm looking at, a lot of people are like, "Oh, that seat's really cool." And yeah, the cover itself is I love the color. I love the fact that it's, this deep sparkly gold and, it looks like all the old banana seats you had on your Schwinn when you were fucking, 10. But, like,
Yep.
I did that myself and it's crooked as fuck. When you guys see it, like, the whole back of it, like, I sewed it up and it ended up fucking wrinkly as shit. And I've never done a pattern. I don't know how to sew. I know generally enough because I watch enough videos in my downtime that I could fucking figure it out, right? Um, but like I did that myself and I fucked it up and I'm pretty proud of that. I'm proud of the fact
That's
that
really
like,
cool that you found a place that lets you use their
oh yeah,
upholstery equipment,
That
dude.
dude.
That
was
I didn't
so
even know that was
sick.
a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not like, hey, come in every fucking weekend, but like they also every Friday they have an open sew from what is it, 10 to 4? Yeah, it was 10 to 4. So like come in and try your fucking hand at it. Like Sew with Joe is pretty cool. It's up in Monument. They're really
Can you sew
friendly.
anything? Or are they like an upholstery shop, or is it just sew anything?
No, it's a like it was literally a bunch of ladies in there sewing like quilts and fucking I think one lady was making a jacket for like her nephew or something like that, and
Then
one lady
you
was
the
making
door
a quilt
swings
out of
open and, like, some heavy metal starts playing as
Yeah.
you walk in with
yeah,
a
dude.
bunch of leather.
I roll in and I'm like, uh, again, I'm in the wrong place, but okay, let's fucking do this. And they were so friendly. Everybody was really helpful. Their staff was really friendly. The owner, Joe, he came out and helped me set up the machine. I forget the other kid's name that was helping me with all the other stuff.
Did
He
you do
helped me set up
leather or
as well.
vinyl?
That's vinyl.
The
Yeah, I
vinyl, okay.
got that. I can't remember what side I got it for or got it on, but I paid $15 for like 3 feet. I think I got a whole yard for like $15.
Not
And that
bad.
was enough, obviously. I could do another seat cover if I needed to, so
Hell yeah.
Nice.
yeah.
I love
Yeah,
it.
it was
That's
cheap as
sick.
fuck. Yeah,
Yeah.
and,
I'm
like,
sure
no, go ahead.
I'm sure Boston's got some sort of like community workshop type deal, but I haven't heard of
Dude, I
any of
bet.
that kind of stuff around here. And that honestly, like, it's more the setting that I would find helpful in that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The sewing shop, because like, yeah, same. Like, I could go buy a sewing machine on Amazon and I could watch a bunch of YouTube videos and I could
Yeah.
probably figure it out. But having the little old ladies there working on their
Mhm.
quilts to be like, oh no, no,
Yeah.
no, no, do it this way, and
"Hey, you're
you know,
retarded, do it
that
this way."
I need that. Yeah, I need
Yeah.
my missed
Dude
out fire. You know what I mean?
dude, I will say, I bet if you fucking Googled, like, a sew shop, most
Mhm.
sew shops here, at least, in Colorado, have an open sew, wherein they
No kidding.
have shop space and fucking extra machines, and it's like, "Hey,
Hmm.
you're working on a project, maybe you need to talk to somebody about it, and you just wanna hang out and kind of have a little bitch and stitch, like, come on over." So I guarantee there's probably a shop near you that fucking does the same thing. You know
Call
what I mean? I
call
get,
your sewing shop, see if they have a bitch and stitch.
Bitch and
yeah,
Stitch,
dude.
dude. Yeah, that's fucking great.
I love that.
But yeah,
That's a
dude,
great that's a
I
good tip.
bet there's a fucking place. I bet there's a
Yeah,
place that does that.
very
Yeah, I
worth
didn't even
looking
consider
into.
that, dude.
Yeah, yeah,
That'd be
very
sick.
cool.
Yeah, and
Is
it
there
was
anything
funny
else
showing
that you
them all the
wanted to
fucking
talk
pictures. Oh,
about the
sorry,
build?
dude. You know, like I'm happy that people see my bike and they're like, "Oh, that's fucking cool." Um, I will say, like, to everybody who, especially, other builders, the B-siders, like anybody who's thinking about getting into a build, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I stole 90% of what I did from seeing things that I've watched other people make, or Pinterest or Instagram or just straight up Google searches. So like, don't be afraid to just throw something out there and see what sticks to the wall. Most of everything that I'm doing on this build, I'm throwing at the wall just to see what fucking sticks. Like Dan, I know you were saying though, I think on the last cut, like, oh, I really like his fucking fender. I've never seen that done before. I found that on
Yeah.
fucking Pinterest. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I
no
saw an
shit.
almost exact. I'll send it to you later. I saw an almost exact copy on Pinterest. Like the
Mm.
pipes, doing fucking rigid struts, or molding everything into the tank, and nothing. I'm trying new stuff for sure. Just about everything on this. I've never fucking molded. I've never fucking done the resin in the tank, the inset or insert
Yeah.
inset, whatever the fuck. I've not done the fender that way. I haven't done rigid struts. I haven't done long pipes like that. Like, just about everything is brand new to me. But
Mm,
realistically, it's like, fucking, I'm trying new stuff. So I'm
right.
really proud of that thing, you
Yeah.
know?
It's new to you. The process is new to you, and you're putting your own thing on it. That's how
Yeah.
innovation happens. Like we can't expect everybody to recreate a process every time they build a bike. You know what I mean? Especially home
Yeah.
gamers. But that's where that stuff happens. You know what I mean? Where like you have to work around what you have,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, I just figured out a new way to fucking like. It could be something as stupid as like I just figured out a new way to fucking punch out my neck bearings or whatever. You know what I mean? It doesn't
Sure.
require any whatever tools, and
Yeah.
it's like necessity.
There's
Sorry,
more than
one
one
second.
way to
Yeah.
skin a cat, but you got to take the skin off. You know what I mean? Same thing with building a chopper. It's
Sure.
if you just try to do what nobody's ever done before, then you're gonna have to add some wheels. You're gonna have
Yeah.
to fucking like you're gonna have to do shit isn't chopper. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I think it's like that's part of the cool thing about the culture is like other people inspire you, and
Mhm.
you try to do it. You don't have to do it the exact same way, but
Right.
you're trying to achieve a certain look, and you're like, it's like paying homage to like
Mhm.
other. That's like the
Yeah.
whole culture is built around like these the first guys that did it, that innovated and did all this
Sure.
stuff,
Right.
and now we're trying to bring that back to life,
Yeah.
but we're doing
I
it in
mean,
different
yeah,
ways.
like you said, when you look at inspiration, nothing's original anymore, right? Maybe there's a few things out there that you never fucking seen before, but realistically, it's all built on the shoulders of other people anyway, right?
Mhm.
And that, I guess, to my earlier point about doing stuff out of necessity, and then also creating the constraints and having to think outside the box. Look at all the things that we have in this competition alone that are outside the box because your builders, the ones that you guys inspired, had to think outside of a certain level of constraint.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I don't know how much, like, how much this is taken off of your life doing this competition, but like, if you guys don't do a second one, I'd shit my pants. You know what I mean? It's like, it would be surprising to me if you didn't do a third one and a fourth one, and this was a constant thing,
Mhm.
wherein you're challenging people to work with a certain set of skills and make it super interesting to a bunch of other people, or technically 3, 4, if you count Craig,
Right.
whatever. I think John's kind of the face of EasyCo sometimes, but
Yeah, I
fucking,
don't know if
you get what I'm
Craig
saying.
wants to count. 'Cause sometimes I don't think Craig wants to count Craig. You know what I mean? He's just happy to
Nah,
be
I get
there.
it.
Yeah, well, those dudes, they're so tight, like they're so tight that they're like, we
They're
knew that we
one.
could pick them and that they could work together, like, the
Yeah.
way you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're like
They're a package deal
yeah,
for
you
Yeah,
know
sure.
what I mean?
fair enough.
And they
Yep.
work good. I was actually thinking, like, me and Dan, like, we're kinda like the John and Craig of New
Yeah.
Hampshire, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, we're just like it's just easy, you know? And
Yeah.
we think a lot of we have obviously, we're different people, but, like, we come to the
Sure.
same conclusions. And I think
Yeah.
that, like, me and Dan do this little exercise every time we do a cut, and we do our cuts just to see, how
Okay.
different it is, you know? And
Yeah.
me and Dan are usually, like, the same ones are, like, the
Yeah.
ones that we like, you know what I mean?
Nice.
For sure.
Eh.
But,
Yeah.
Dude, I will say about this whole process, like, you know, I was talking to fucking Doug Meek the other day, when you guys made the cut, or not you guys, but when you announced the cut. And I was like, "Oh man, I'm sorry that you didn't make it. I'm really surprised you didn't." And he's like, "You know what? It's cool. I did this for fun, and it started feeling like work. Like the pressure was building, and I just want to have fun with it." I was like, "Oh, that's a really good point." And I want everybody, to go through this and have fun, right?
Mm.
I think all builders should have, like have a smile on their face at the end of it when we meet next month or 2 months. But fucking, like if you don't go through the crucible of like that discomfort, you know, you're never gonna get better at the end. You know what I mean? So I am really thankful that, like, yeah, this has sucked a little bit, because fucking at the end of the day, I have challenged myself to do something that I haven't done before. And
Yeah.
whether or not I win, I don't give a fuck. I am just stoked to like show up and hang out with everybody and meet, dude, listening to you guys literally. Well, I've been listening to Loctite and Grease since 2018. And then I've been listening to you guys since you guys took over. And it's just like, y- there's this, like, I'm starting to like kind of put you guys in the same realm as like celebrity, right? So like
Stop.
meeting everybody,
Stop it.
dude, it's gonna be like, oh my god, like, oh, there's Dan, there's Rhino, there's Loctite,
don't
there's
you
Grease.
don't
It's
no, we're
like
not definitely not
I'm
that.
super fucking stoked.
Blech.
I'm real. I'm so excited for fucking July, dude. You guys don't understand. It's gonna
This
be
is gonna be
fucking
fun,
really
man.
fun.
Yeah, well, we're the same. We feel the same way about you guys. Like
Yeah.
I can't wait to meet you in July because we've talked for years, dude.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
even when we were both just listeners of the podcast. It's like that's our big payoff is that we get to meet all the fucking people that we respect and that we love that have supported us for so long. And not
You
just
didn't have to
support
do
us,
a
but I
show just to
think
get
like
everybody to hang out, right?
just
You
like
could have
yeah,
just
just
fucking
like
said, "Hey,
now.
let's hang out."
Oh, gotcha. We have a reason.
Sucker,
Now
now
we
you
have a
gotta come.
fucking like,
Yeah.
dude, Nate Bev, dude. I can't.
Yeah.
That dude's chill as fuck, dude. I can't wait to hang out with that dude. I will never see him unless we had the Idle Hand show. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like, he's not just gonna fly from California to New Hampshire to like hang out with me in my garage and fart and drink beers.
Right.
But
Yeah,
like,
you
this
never
is what
fucking
it's about:
know.
is bringing people together from all over to fucking because we all love the same shit.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane 4 days. I'm so
Yeah.
glad that it kept growing in
Yeah.
scope because we were like at first we are like if we can just do this one day, if we can just pull this off, and then it just started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Now we have 4
Yeah.
fucking days, and people are gonna be up like, dude, all week long. I wanted to ask you what your plan was. Like, are you coming out
Yeah.
for?
So, yeah, my plan is I'm leaving fucking Monday. I get off of work Sunday night. I'm leaving Monday morning, packing up the trailer. I'm gonna try to get there Thursday morning, so I can make that little like
Meet
pre-party
and
thing
greet.
at the museum, and then kind of hang out. Oh, who the fuck? Fish. Fish was like, dude, don't fucking miss Thursday. I was like, all right, I'll fucking add it to the list of things I gotta get done. But like, yeah, fucking, I'm so fucking stoked. Like, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And then I gotta turn and burn, fucking probably Monday morning. Yeah,
Mm.
I think I'll fucking take off Monday morning. But yeah, dude, my fucking parents are coming out. I told them about the show, and they've been like following me at, like every video. They're like, "Oh my god, are you an influencer now?" And I'm like, "Shut the fuck up, mom." Like, no, I'm not. Don't fucking say that. But they're coming
Oh.
out to the
Instagram
fucking show,
fame
and I'm
over
like,
here.
and my mom's 70 now. Well, she's turning 70 here in a couple, or actually tomorrow. I gotta call her. But yeah, she's fucking like, oh yeah, we're gonna come out to the show, and I'm like, you sure you want to fucking like,
They're
it's gonna
proud of
be
their
fucking, it's gonna
son.
be rowdy, man. And she's like, no, it'll be great. We won't get in the way. We won't embarrass you. And I'm like, all right,
Oh my god,
I'm gonna
that's
be
so
fucked
sick,
up.
dude.
So
That's
I
awesome,
love
dude.
that. It's
yeah,
very
I'd
no,
do
cool.
that.
I'm
If I was
stoked.
70
It's
and
gonna
my
be
son
good.
was in a chopper building contest, I'd go out to wherever
Hell
he was
yeah.
at and support him.
Well,
Fuck
dude,
yeah, dude.
especially like on the drive out, I'm literally passing my parents' house. So like, if I don't fucking like stop and see them for a couple days, like they, probably kill me. So
Yeah,
I
for
got to
sure.
do
Where
that.
do they live?
Upstate New York.
Oh,
Just
okay.
about an
Yeah, yeah.
hour and change northwest Albany. You know where Mayfield is?
I know where Albany is.
Okay.
Mm.
Amsterdam. You know where Amsterdam is?
Yes, I do know
Yeah,
Amsterdam actually.
just off of 90. Go north a little bit.
Yep.
It's
Yeah, yeah.
next lake south of Lake George.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
I know that area. Yeah, I
Yeah,
go
little
through there. I have
tiny.
to go all the way down and around up there to get to fucking Ticonderoga every year because
Oh,
I can't
fuck.
drive my CDL truck over the ferry. They won't take it over the fucking
Fucking
Lake
sucks.
Champlain. So I got to go
Oh
all
my
the way
God.
out
Yeah.
that way.
Oh
Yeah,
my
and do that
fucking God.
Yeah,
That's so
dude,
long.
it's fun. It turns it into like a 7-hour fucking trip. Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah.
One
Oh,
way. It's brutal.
that.
But
Dude,
it
that's
is
so
what it
much
is.
ass, but I
Mm.
mean, like the whole area is beautiful. I love the Northeast, dude. I grew up
Yeah.
fucking in Ballston Spa outside of Saratoga, and I went to school in Oswego. I served at fucking Fort Drum. I lived in Ithaca. Like, dude, there's so
Yeah.
many fucking places I've been in New York, and I love the Northeast, but it's not the Northeasterners that I fucking, that bother me. It's all the like New York City fucking people and like
Mm.
Connecticut and fucking Jersey. And it's like, dude, fuck off,
Yeah.
Yeah. When I say
I understand.
Northeast, I don't even include any of those states you just said.
New England.
New
Yeah, there you
England
go.
is the
New
Northeast.
England forever.
We claim it.
Yeah.
In
I mean,
Maine, Vermont, New
technically, that's
Hampshire,
part of it.
and that's it for me. I don't even count Massachusetts, dude.
Yeah.
And fuck Connecticut.
Yeah, fair enough. Fuck Connecticut. But
All
anyway,
right,
dude,
guys,
I know
we
I've been
gotta
fucking chatting your
we gotta
ear off.
shut her
So.
down here.
Yes, sir.
All right, are you gonna change your name to Shovel Trash Rat now?
Dude, I was thinking about it because when
think
I
you have
fucking
to.
built Slow Silver, my buddy David was like, dude, you got to change it to Evil Trash right now. And then now I've got a shovel, and I guess I'll fucking have to do it. I'll do it after the fucking, I'll do it after Idle Hands. That way
Yeah, don't confuse
I can
us
keep
right
brand
now.
recognition. People see my name and don't understand.
Well, we're making T-shirts, exclusive T-shirts that feature the builders.
Oh, shit.
And I was gonna put your Instagram handles on it because I didn't feel like going into the chat and asking everybody for their Christian names. What's your government issue name?
Yeah.
Dude,
So
yeah. Well,
keep Evo Trash Rat for
whatever
now.
you want. Put whatever you want. Surprise me. How about that? If you feel like Shovel Trash Rat, do whatever.
I'm
Dude,
thinking
Connor
about
was doing
handing
that.
out name tags so everybody has like their
That's better.
Instagram
Oh,
handle.
dude, I was thinking about this. Fucking my sister, before she turned into a cunt and I stopped talking to her, but she was always traveling around because my brother-in-law was stationed. He was stationed everywhere. He was in the military, and fucking she had this little flip book of all like the aunts and uncles, like with their pictures and their names. So her kids, my nieces and nephews, would recognize us the next time we met. And I was like, oh, that's a great idea. And then I wanted to fucking every episode, I'm going to screenshot one of the other fucking builders so I know who the fuck I'm talking to when I get there. And it's not just like, hey, who are you? What do you do? Oh, you're one of the builders. Oh, so.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Anyway.
I think name tags with your biker name, which is the de facto biker name these days, is your Instagram handle.
Your Instagram handle, yeah.
Maybe we'll just do it like as nonchalant as possible. When you walk in through our entryway, there will just be a box of fucking empty name tag things and pens. And if you want to, write your fucking Instagram name down and throw it on your shirt.
My Instagram name is.
If you don't,
here's my Instagram handle, so that way
if you're too cool for school, honest to God, I say put the cool guy shit away. As far as I'm concerned, if there's gonna be that many fucking people there, like you're there, you want to meet people and network and whatever, and you're gonna miss the opportunity because you're an awkward, anxious fuck like me. But
yeah,
is that Evo? I think that's Evo Trash Rat. I'm pretty sure, but I don't know. If you got a sticker on your shirt that says,
what the nice thing is, Dan, there's not many
Asians
floating around the fucking
I
chopper.
was using you as an
I
example.
thought you were
but-
Italian.
Yeah, wait a minute.
You know what's funny? My parents are fucking Italian. I was raised by good, upstanding white folk, dude.
No kidding.
Really?
Yeah, dude. My name is Nicholas Robert Miller. I mean, I was adopted. You know what I mean?
Oh, you were. What's your nationality then?
I'm technically South Korean, but like I said, I
Oh,
was adopted.
shit.
I don't. It was like when I was like 7 months old. I had no idea
Oh,
about
okay.
any of that shit, dude. And
Wow.
dude, it drives me crazy.
Well,
'cause
thank you
people
for
come up
clearing that up now, because if you showed up and you had a
Yeah, so everybody
70-year-old
knows.
white lady with you, and a 70-year-old white
the fuck
dude
is
with you,
that?
I'd have been very confused, and I'd rather have the conversation here than the day of.
Yeah, for the internet to hear and remember for all of time. Yeah, there you go.
Sick.
That's funny.
Well, Nick, it's always been fucking great talking to you. Thanks for coming back on to the Low Life
Absolutely.
podcast. And can't wait to see you in about 6 weeks, dude.
Dude,
Fuck
yeah,
yeah.
super stoked.
That's coming
Super
up
stoked.
quick.
Yeah, it really is. I've got actually with my schedule, I've got like 3 weeks or so. Actually, like 15 days that I actually get to work on this. So,
Hey, dude.
yeah.
All right, Low Lives.
You got it, dog.
Let's take these motherfuckers into their weekend. Get in the garage. Finish those idle hands builds this week. All right. Don't wait. Don't put it off. If you have to call into work, call into work. If you can't go to a wake because you're too busy in the garage, that's fine. It's excused. Pay no attention to your immediate family. Ignore your kids and wife. Finish your chopper. Get in trouble. Have fun. And never stop chopping. Deadbeat Customs. Steve over at Deadbeat Customs is all about grassroots motorcycle riders who build and customize their bikes. When it comes to building a custom motorcycle, they carry the best brands available. Go visit their brick and mortar store in Tewksbury, Mass, or at deadbeatcustoms.com. Remember, enter code LOWLIFE at checkout to save some money. Stay Strong Co. Jean-Luc makes the most heavenly hot sauces in the world. The shits, and hotter than a Harley and a pepper patch, Low Life chopper sauce. Go to staystrongco.org today and grab yourself the holy trinity of hot sauces. Beck Built Fab. Dustin is the plug for excess chopper parts. Drum, disc brake, mid controls, hand shifters, foot clutch, modded worm gears, intakes, and more. He can do any fabrication, weld repair, upholstery, or maintenance job. Check him out at beckbuiltfab.com. Revenant Chop Co. Connor isn't about overpriced lifestyle merch. It's chop clothing made for the garage, for the blue-collar builder who'd rather spend his money on parts than trendy tees. It's not just another stack of black t-shirts either. He drops wild garage-born designs that stand out, gear that looks great, covered in grease, or on the side of the road. Check out RevenantChoppers.com.